All right, and we are back. Okay. Oh, hang on a moment. I don't, Yay! Hello, Saf. Hello, how are you? Do you hear music from the game at all? You do, okay. I'm hearing nothing. Kind of like low chanting. Okay, that sounds about right. Okay. It is possible this is... Well... I mean, I should be hearing it anyway, but if it's going through to you... Oh, you know what? Let's just try this. That was it. I needed to reset the voice meter engine. You don't hear, but there's a dryer running. Hello, Icarus. Yeah, that would be a great reason not to be able to hear it. Oh, so voice meter is a pretty cool little tool that I use. This is something that I haven't actually shown you, Saf. But this is something that I use to be able to route audio from specific applications to different things. So it's basically a software switchboard or software mixer, so that I can define various software inputs and software outputs, which means that I can, for example, route the audio just from this game into OBS without having the rest of my system sounds taking over. I can also route some things like Spotify, for example, to the second channel through OBS, and other things through channel 1. It's very cool, actually. But it does mean that I have all my audio going through voice meter, which then goes to my speakers. And sometimes voice meter just decides that it's going to not route things through my speakers. And honestly, I think that is a my speaker thing, or rather my sound card thing, rather than anything particularly wrong with voice meter, because I've had other quirks, shall we say, with this sound card. It's a software mixer audio routing program. Yes. Hi, Samo. How are you? Sound stacks are dark magic at the best of times. You have hit the nail on the head. I have been trying to mess around with Infinite Playlist, which is a really cool app that Saf and I saw at TwitchCon last year. And it's really neat. It generates dynamic music in different styles that you can use as copyright-free, royalty-free sound for background music and stuff in your streams. But, again, it does not work with my particular sound card, and so I've been like just submitting a slew of bugs to Infinite Album, and they're like, "What are you even doing? What? We don't understand how you did this. What? How? Why? What are you?" Fine. Good. Glad you're fine. I'm good. We are going to wrap up Hellblade here. This is the last level that we're about to start. You can do that with OBS. I mean, do that with my jukebox. You do that with jukebox. Yeah, and so you're right, Saf. There are other ways to do this, and OBS does have some facilities for that. This is just a slightly different and more versatile way of being able to do that. So I really like it because I also, I worked in recording studios of one sort or another for like a decade. So like I naturally think in mixer boards. So it's just more intuitive. Voice meter does things better in a few ways when it doesn't have a seizure. Yes, when it doesn't have a seizure, and forget that it has some outputs that it's maybe not addressing. No, it does. It's very flexible. Oh, just meant the channel thing that Samo mentioned. Yes. That too. So, no, in a lot of ways, voice meter and OBS have overlapping functionality. Completely true. That's if it sure is like saying, why use OBS when you can use that one that got in trouble for calling itself Streamlabs? Slobs? Yeah. Okay, well, what do we have here? We've got absolutely nothing there. Okay, let's not go take a dive. I suppose we probably can't, huh? No. Okay. Streamlabs got in trouble? Good. I mean... I feel like... Oh, wait, hang on. I forgot to do something very important.
Mother, I won't let the darkness trick me again.
Yes.
I know you're safe with the gods. I can feel Hela's gaze, searching for secrets inside of me. Secrets that even I can't see. I'm not here to fight my past. I'm here for Dillion. I will fulfill my vow, whatever the cost.
Let's see. Let's see. Right, so I need to post this. And then pin that. There we go. Okay. Sound like a worse version of shit you can do with OBS for free. Getting in trouble for tagging OBS to the end of its name was rule of law at its finest. There's a special place in hell reserved for people who badly extend open software and charge for it while being cranky. So, I feel like there were some material ways in which Streamlabs did, in fact, improve on OBS. And I also think that it was probably not a bad thing that they included OBS to tell people that they were, in fact, just a rebranding of OBS. However, they took all pains possible to hide it, and as much as they did add to OBS, they also detracted. So, yeah, no, I'm not particularly sympathetic to their plight. They brought it on themselves.
She can see it.
The bridge.
She can't cross the bridge. It's broken.
She has to fix it.
It's too dangerous.
She's done it before.
She can't fix it.
She's done it before.
She can.
Yeah, they paywalled a lot of what OBS did for free. Yeah, that part bugged me.
There must be a
Somewhere
way.
you have to try.
The gate. She'll never make it.
And what do we have up here? Oh, hey. What have you?
The Northmen say the world will come to an end. They call this
Oh,
Ragnarok,
yeah, absolutely.
the destiny of the gods. First, there will be a terrible winter, 3 years long. Then, mankind will turn on itself. Brothers will fight each other to the death, and people will forget what they owe their kindred. Times will be hard. Crimes will be great. It will be an age of axes and swords. The wind will blow through abandoned halls. Wolves will walk where children played. The world will fall into ruin.
Nice. Most of what they did was just $5 worth of CSS and animation work. That is true. But to the completely untrained user, it did materially reduce the barrier to getting OBS working. However, it was always, I think, just a crutch. $5 worth of CSS and animation can actually go pretty far. The rest is sort of like, yes, it would be nice to have stream elements in OBS. Let's do it worse than both and charge people for it. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, I'm really getting the sense that maybe I should have tried to cross something over there, because this seems like it's going far afield from where I was. I agree it lowered the barrier, but it didn't do that in a way I thought was in good faith. It looked like it was trying to trick people who were new into paying for things they shouldn't have to pay for by focusing on making the onboarding easier. Yes. Actually, Saf, yes, I 100% agree with that. Oh, am I supposed to go up there so I can look at that from the right angle or something? Oh, I probably am, aren't I? Okay. No, I was on the right track. Okay, let's see what I have to do now. So, on the one hand, I wish Senua would move faster. On the other hand, I do kind of appreciate just the sense of actual weight to the model that carries, or that comes from such a world-weary jog that she's doing. Alright, am I gonna have to fight some dudes here? No, I just got through fighting a whole bunch of dudes, that's right. Okay, so now let's take a look at that. Right there.
She did it. She did it.
The Internet Explorer of streaming software. Yeah. In that it's right there, and I guess it's fine, right? I mean, it keeps telling me it's fine. So, a few Glaswegian phrases and their translations. What's for you'll no goodbye? What is meant to happen to you? What will happen to you? Dinna ken. Get Lottie. Get everything you got. Get Lottie. Doing something really passionately. Pure dead brilliant. Really fantastic. Ah, there we go. Oh, no. Missed that guy.
She's injured. She can still do it. Behind you.
Yeah, I see you there.
Watch out. Comes this far. She needs behind you. Slow.
Did I get the other two? What was that? I've never seen that one before.
Get out of the way.
Wow, okay. Okay.
Do it. You're close. You can do this behind you. Focus.
Wow.
The only way. Focus. 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 The mirror focus is.
Okay. All right. Relearning how to fight, because apparently I need to do that. All right. Did I get the bridge? The bridge is... No, I did not. Okay. So I still need to go back up here. We had not planned on that. Yeah, let me know what I need to grab. Yeah, I know, right, Saf? It's in like almost exactly 2 days. Not prepared, oh no.
She did it. She did it. She did it.
Is there more stuff? Yeah, it's definitely going to be chilly. All right. Actually using the defend key instead of the run key.
Behind you. Scared. She's scared. He's down. Finish it. Watch out. Watch out. You finished it.
Oh, wow.
Focus. Now. Focus.
Focus is coming back.
Wait, how many of these are there? Jesus Christ.
Behind you. Quickly get up. She's injured. Look behind. Surprise him. It's not behind you. Watch it.
Oof.
Get up quick. She can still do it. Watch out. Behind you.
Oof.
Get up quick. Get up. It's not over. It's not over.
Well, I guess it's over. Okay. Close quarters and lots of them. That's not great. Okay, I have to run back up there again. There's basically nowhere to move that's not filled with beefcake or sword. Alright, this is... Let's see, can you pack your laptops in my carry-on? Maybe. 2 laptops? I would appreciate it if you took at least one of them, because I'm going to have my own laptop too. And I'm not sure... 3 laptops and 1 carry-on is...
She did it. She did it. She did it.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant for like carrying or something for weight. Yeah, through security, sure.
Behind you.
Oof.
Find a good position. Let them behind There's another one. There's more. Behind you. Now. It's nearly over. Behind you. Quick, behind you. Behind you. Watch out. Behind you. Behind you. Behind you. Behind. Behind you. Watch out. Behind you. Behind you.
There we go. Oof. I thought I dodged that one. Okay.
She's hurt. She won't make it. He's too close. Remember your training. Focus now. Quickly get up. Finish this. Finish. She's hurt. She's injured. She won't make it. He's a better fighter.
Okay, there we go. That was tougher than it should
How
have
will
been.
she do it?
Do I want any help packing?
What would she do?
Yeah, both together are heavy, but you can take one. Yeah, absolutely. Saf, if you took one, I would appreciate that. I'm happy to take all three through security, but yeah, I think taking all three in my carry-on would be a little taxing even for me. And
She cannot bargain with Hela. She's not strong enough to kill her. What does Hela want?
I think I've got it unpacked,
Hela, what does Hela want?
but I will know more tomorrow.
She could give her her own soul. No. She'd rather die. It's a worthless soul. But it's all she has to give. She has a warrior soul. What more could she give?
A cursed soul.
Of course she is, no matter what she does. She can feel the world climbing up her arm. She can fight her. She can fight her at Ragnarok.
She's a warrior. She's come this far.
Hela will want to fight her. Strong. Her soul is valuable.
Hela will want us.
Hela.
She can take Dillion's soul and lay him to rest.
Hela. She can get his soul back.
She's so close to saving Dillion.
She can see it.
The bridge.
She can't cross the bridge. It's broken.
She has to fix it.
It's too dangerous.
She's done it before. You have to fight on.
Be powerful.
The final battle.
Get his soul back. It's the final task.
Yes, it is. This isn't just a broken bridge, is it? Mother, you showed me how to see further. To see the hidden wonders in our world and explore new paths into the unknown. To lead so that others may follow, or to warn so that they may avoid. That is our gift and our duty. I'm not going to look away in fear anymore.
The Northmen say the gods will fight their last battle at Ragnarok. Their watchmen will blow the horn that can be heard through the whole world. And Odin will speak with the severed head of Mimir, which gives him good counsel. The land of the giants will thunder with the sound of their army on the move. The gods will assemble. The dwarves will leave their stones. The frost giants will come from the east. The Midgard serpent will turn up the waves. Eagles will scream and tear at the corpses with their yellow beaks. The ship of the dead will set sail.
Yeah, no, that would be too easy, huh? I almost answered that, Saf. Ha! Head-to-head mixology battle. I mean, with bourbon specifically, I probably would have also recommended the old-fashioned. But if you wanted something with just a rye or bourbon whiskey, I would have said Sazerac. So yeah, no, I think for specifically bourbon, good recommendation.
She can do it.
She can do it.
She can still see the secrets of the gods. She thinks so special. She must see. She has the sight.
Also going to have to remember to turn the game volume down after I'm through with this game, because I had to turn it up because the whispering was too good. I wanted to make sure the whispering got heard. But that means the rest of the game is a little bit louder than I normally
She's found a way. There's a way.
would have.
She can see. She must align herself.
Oh.
She can do it. That's the
Oh. Oh.
She
Oh.
aligns herself. It's there.
Wait a minute. I missed one. I have to go up there? Is there something else up here? Is there a path I missed? Oh, yes, there is. Okay. No? No, that's exactly where I was. Okay, so that stuff is going to all be... Oh. But wait. But wait. There's more stuff right here, isn't there? So how... Oh, I bet I have to go down there, then back up here. Okay. Clever. Clever. Nice. I like that illusion mechanic. That's kind of fun. So that's Val Robin's influence. I'm still not exactly sure how Cert comes into this.
The Northmen say that at Ragnarok, the gods will face a ship full of their foes, which Loki has steered to Asgard. It carries the fire giants, the wolf that will eat the sun, and all kinds of dark creatures. Surt will join them with his sword of fire. The cliffs will crash, trolls will walk the land, men will tread the road to hell, and the heavens will split open.
Ooh. Let's see. Still be up for helping out tomorrow. At this point, I'm not sure how much physical help I'll need. This cold's got me so sluggish. Using you as a mental crutch to pack, which will be way off. Yeah, absolutely. I'm still intending to join you and help out tomorrow. I'm around watching TV. And you're mysteriously, amazingly productive. Yes, yes, I'm happy to help out however you need. All right, this is not a place of ambush. Odd. Yeah, absolutely, Seth. No, I was planning on coming over after taking care of Blake's crystal kitties, and yeah, we can get some packing done. I will need to pack my own stuff before heading over, but yeah. Oh, actually time for us to make this decision. What decision? What are we actually doing on Go Day? Okay, yes. So, Saf, I figured that I would get ambushed here, probably. Oh, indeed. I figured that I would probably take a lift over to your place, since I think Blank is up at GDC, and then we can grab a lift from yours. Probably leaving yours around 7:30. Actually, leaving yours by 7:30, I think. You could come pick me up if you wanted. Yeah, do it. them. How is that even fair? How is that even remotely fair? Oh.
Remember the world trials. Vengeance, nobody cares. Behind you! Behind you! Do it! You're close! Focus! Focus now! He's gone!
Nice, okay. Let's see, if I want to save one lift trip, actually easier would be, what if I come by whenever yours until you're ready to go, then drive us back to mine, we'll lift from there. You know, that would work too, actually. Hey again, think you've gotten past where I'm in this? I don't want to see when I do play, but finally saw Krista back on a stream, was worried about her. Oh yeah, she was spending a while living out of her car, and I don't know if she's streaming from her car or if she's back again or what. But yeah, no, I did see that she started streaming again today. Pack the Map of Scotland sounds like something that's definitely an Urban Dictionary. So it shows your way up me kilt. We don't have to time it perfectly with traffic, and I can pick up a few things from yours. Yeah, that actually works out really well. And yeah, Galia, this is almost definitely past where you are. This is the first half of the last level, so if you haven't finished it, you probably have not gotten this far, unless you really just barely came shy of finishing it, which I don't know if you did or not. Yes, you could shower! You could shower, Saf. Wouldn't that be exciting? Ah, well, I'm glad that my shower meets with your approval. Oh, hey, wow. That was so well placed, I didn't even notice that it wasn't already part of the bridge. Alright, do I have to fight more of these dudes? Think I'm good, okay. I want to get back to this soon, so... Alright, yeah, absolutely. I'm gonna finish this up tonight, and then we'll probably play something else. I don't know, maybe I'll play some Zelda or something. I turned on crowd control just in case. But yeah, when you finish it, let me know, because I've really been enjoying the hell out of this game. Oh, you really miss girlfriend? Didn't want to leave out saying bye to her. Okay. Well, she'll appreciate it. I play it off to be cute, but it's an actual distress. Aww. Okay. Alright, are we going to do another bridge battle here? More moves? Yes. Oh. Well, that was the wrong move. All right.
They're winning.
What? I dodged.
He can reach. She's injured. She's not gonna make it.
Okay, more of you hawks. There you go. Off you go.
You're stronger than me. Focus. Don't let them get behind you. Keep them in sight. He's down. Finish it. Behind you. Behind you. You can.
What? Another?
Focus.
And how is that fair, huh?
They've come for you. Behind you. Behind you. Watch out. Finish this. End this. Don't let them get behind you. Don't let them surround you. Behind you. Focus now. Focus. Focus now. Ignore the pain. Take him down.
All right, any more? No? That's it? Okay. There we go.
She's here. The path to Hela. I can sense her. Where is she going? She's getting closer to Hela. She's going to die. I'm scared. Wait. What happens when she dies? What happens to me when she dies? I don't want to die. I don't want to die. Stop dying. If she sacrifices herself, she sacrifices us. Wait,
The Focus Now clip is one of those repeated fight lines that reminds you how to play the game that I find better graded, more convincing, and natural than I ever have heard before. Yes, that and the watch out behind you, and the she's injured, she's scared, she's forgotten how to fight. Like, all of that is so well done in this game.
Wait. What? What happens when she dies? What happens to us? What happens to us? We die too. Do we die too? We die too. I don't want to die.
We'll all die someday.
I don't want to die.
And when everyone's gone, even the gods will die.
We don't want to die. I don't want to die. Senua, stop. Turn back. Stop. Stop her. Why is she going? Stop. Senua, stop. What happens to us? she wants. Stop. Stop. I don't want to die.
I'm sorry. I didn't ask you to be a part of me. If you don't want to die with me, then leave me alone.
I don't want to die. Please stop. Please stop. Please stop. Please stop. Please stop. Please stop. Please stop.
You'll never come back if you go there.
There is nothing to go back to.
We only have each other now. Don't abandon me.
Everyone suffers. They were right about me.
Listen to me, not them.
They are afraid. Like children scared of the dark.
So was I.
They made up monsters to fill the void. That doesn't make them real.
They made them real.
No!
Follow your soul and let go of the center of all. For there lies your weakness, and the darkness will find it.
It's not like the old stories, is it? The noble warrior facing evil in search of victory and honor. Clear dividing lines. No. Oh, this place is not quite like that. It's as if it knows that true torment lies within. Memories you cannot defeat, cannot escape. This is her hell.
Oh, I didn't realize that Scotland was on 120 and 60. Thought that it was like the rest of Europe, and I thought Britain on 110 and 50. Can we go back? No. Okay. Wow. This is it then. Here we go. I'm going to refill my drink because I think I'm going to need this. I'll be right back, but I'll leave it on chair stream. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Trim that and it'll be adorable. Yes, I love it. Oh, shit. Is this gonna ding us for not finding everything? Where's this Druth? Wait. Did I need to...
Wait, Zebra.
Mother!
Don't see me like this. No. Turn away, Senor. Turn away, Senor!
Do you see it, Senor? Do you see the darkness? Faces fear and suffering. I can see it.
I remember it clearly now.
She has nothing to fear anymore. The gods have saved your mother. Through my hand.
You killed her.
It is the will of the gods.
Fuck the gods! You did this to her! Why?
This is what happens when you listen to the voices of the underworld. They crawl into your soul and rot you from the inside. Defy the gods like your mother, and the darkness will come for you too. You
Yeah, her
understand
eyes are
this?
great. Aw, culture. You charmer.
I do understand. You cursed me with your own madness. I was just a child. You created this darkness! You created this darkness so you could hide behind it!
Only suffering brings salvation. It is the way of the gods.
Oh shit, okay.
All a lie.
Created the big set,
You
I
are
guess.
a lie! She didn't defy the gods. She defied you. And so you killed her.
You didn't pray to the gods. You prayed to your mother. Your mother, who was too weak to fight the darkness and abandoned you.
You tortured her. You killed her. You are the darkness.
Well, this appears to be Hela. However, I think it is up to interpretation and could actually be a very good analysis of whether it is a metaphor for depression. She's like, for real. Half burned leg and arm. Alright. Alright, what are we gonna do here? Yeah, that has been the implication.
Those rituals, the years of isolation, the pain that
And has been driving her to...
stalks you. It was the only way to fight the curse within you. The darkness is inside you and it will destroy you.
You're a liar!
No, Senua. The darkness is here. You cannot wish it away. And it will watch as you draw your last dying gasp.
I won't let you kill me.
Oh.
Behind you. Behind you. Behind you. Behind you. Behind you.
Wow. So, whereas in the previous battles, when the voices have warned her about things behind her, they've been panicked. But this voice is just... it's soft. Oh.
Watch out. Be careful, Sam.
Behind you.
Watch out.
Oh no.
Watch out.
I can see through your darkness. You're a liar and a murderer. And if you really are Hela, then I have a sword here that can kill a god.
Right. Like a mentor, a helper, a force ghost. Exactly. Alright. Where are we going now? There we go. Okay.
Look at you. Running forward, moving backwards to wallow in your miserable past. You're making a mistake searching for Dillion. The same mistake that killed him in the first place. I'm trying to save you from yourself. You said that it is a lie. The plague of darkness, the butchering of Dillion by the Northmen. You saw it yourself.
You told everyone I was cursed. They believed you.
I believed you.
Tell me, Senua, where is Dillian's soul if the darkness is alive? How you saved him?
He's here. I know he's here. Dillian, I know you're here. Hold on. I'll find you.
Oh, shoot. Not fast enough. Oh. Right, okay. Oof. Oh. Wow, it just transformed. Okay. Oh, hello, sir. Oof. Oh, shit. Cert and the beast. Okay. That's not good.
Trying to trick me again with your lies. I know he's here. You took him from me. You have him.
Dillian is gone. Dillian is dead. Let him go. I'm warning you.
Or what? What can he do to me that you haven't already? Fight me. Come on.
Actually see yourself in her shocking amount. You know, I can see that, Saf. I can absolutely see that. Oh, shit. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Oof.
Betrayed your own father. You betrayed the gods in search of Dillian, in search of love. Look where that's got you. Let go of your battle. Let go of redemption. Let go of Dillian. Don't let your darkness hurt anyone else.
Keeps getting back up, too. Oh, right.
Let go of your battle. You don't have to fight anymore.
You're killing yourself. Watch out.
Thought I dodged that.
Let go.
You're going to die. Careful. You're killing yourself. Behind you. You're going to die. Watch out.
Okay. Oh.
Watch out.
It's the two of them together.
Let go of your battle. You've done enough.
Stop. You're killing yourself. Careful, Sam. Watch out. You're killing yourself.
God, how many of these guys are there?
Let go of Dillian. Let go of your battle.
You're killing yourself. Behind you. You're going to die.
Oh no. Oh! Was I supposed to lose that? Right?
If you're alive, and there's no darkness, then you never took him from me, did you? And I can't save Dorian. Is that what you want me to believe? After all you've done to me? And to him? You're not a lie, but you're a liar! You crawled into me to confuse me and deceive me. But I know he's here. I know you have him.
Take it. I'll be a slave for you. I'll fight with you at Ragnarok. If you release it.
We could.
But if you won't, you will have to kill me. Because I've got nothing left. No fear. No hate. No quest. Nothing. And you will have no power over me.
I learned the hard way to not be afraid of death, Senna. Because a life without loss is one without love. You turn your back on death, and all you can see is the shadow that it casts. The longer you hide from it, the longer the shadow grows until all you can see is darkness. When our time comes, we must look death in the eye and embrace it as a friend. Only then can we let go of our fear. And emerge from our darkness.
Never forget what it is like to see the world as a child, Samuel. Every autumn leaf is like a work of art. Every rolling cloud a moving picture. Every day a new story. We too emerge from this magic, like a wave from the ocean, only to return to the sea. Do not mourn the waves, the leaves, and the clouds. Even in darkness, the wonder and the beauty of this world never leaves us. It is always there, waiting to be seen again.
Oh no. Oh. It's the rocks. The darkness is working. The darkness is working. Wait. What is it? It feels... It's different. It feels... It's okay. Is it okay?
This is where my story once began.
It's different.
And so it has to end here. Because I cannot see further than this.
Follow us. We have another story to tell.
My friend, go with her. This now will be your story to witness. Goodbye.
I know it's hard to tell how mixed up you feel. Hoping what you need is behind every door. Each time you get hurt, I don't want you to change. 'Cause everyone has hopes, you're human after all. The feeling sometimes wishing you were someone else. Feeling as though you never belong. This feeling is not sadness, this feeling is not joy. I truly understand. Please don't cry now. Please don't go. I want you to stay. I'm begging you, please.
Wow.
Please don't leave here. I don't want you to hate for all the hurt that you feel. The world is just illusion, trying to change you. Being like you are, well, this is something else. Who would comprehend? But some that do lay claim divine purpose blesses them. Let's not what
I don't even know what to say.
and it doesn't matter anyway. A part of your
The Furies! Of course, it was the Furies! The voices for the Furies.
but I'm still not sure. But what I do know,
Oh.
to us the world is different. As we are to the world, I guess you will
Wow.
know that. Please don't go. I want you to stay.
Yeah, wait. I misread that too at first.
Please don't leave here. I don't want you to hate for all the hurt that you feel. The world is just illusion, trying to change you. Please don't go. I want you to stay. I'm begging you, please. Oh, please don't leave here. I don't want you to change for all the hurt that you feel. This world is just illusion, always trying to change you. Please don't go, I want you to stay. I'm begging you, please. Please don't leave here. I don't want you to hate for all the hurt that you feel. The world is just illusion, trying to change you. Please don't go, I want you to stay. I'm begging you, please. Oh, please don't leave here. I don't want you to change for all the hurt that you feel. This world is just illusion, always trying to change you.
And then nothing, just credits. So, a quick Google, special thanks to the ninjas. A quick Google shows that if I had collected all of the lore stones, which I think I missed about 6 or so, there would have been an extra scene explaining some of the lore, but it did not fundamentally change the ending. And I like that was the only ending. There's no good ending, there's no bad ending, there's just the ending where Senua walks away. Slightly better, I guess, having grieved, having given up the things that were holding her down, but no heroic win. Wow. So it's my policy at the end of the game to sit through credits unless they become like ridiculous. I kind of wish that they would have like included some of the music from the rest of the game. So much of this was so well produced. Oh my god. This game was a fucking masterpiece. And what is this? I'm like an hour and a half into the stream, so that was actually basically spot on 7.5 hours. And that is some of the hardest hitting 7.5 hours. Yeah, so for those who weren't here at the beginning, they issued a warning at the very beginning of the game, the intro screens, that this game was developed in conjunction with mental health professionals to have as accurate and impactful a depiction of psychosis and mental health crisis as possible. Let's tease you about being the mythic gamer man, much like the mythic economic man, upon whom playtime is based. Oh, ha! Because I actually made it through a game in the advertised playtime. It's me all over. Yeah, I missed 2 of the lore stones there. Okay. I know I missed a bunch in the trial zone. Yeah, whatever. I'm not gonna go back and get those. Where's the Hellblade feature? Okay.
Stormy seas and lost souls.
Who is it?
She's dreamt of this before.
It's coming. Is it?
Oh, that's
They
the...
say dreams are visions of our memories, thoughts, and fears.
That's a video editor, edited by the video actor who played Senua. Yes!
But what if each one of us is always dreaming,
Okay,
even when awake?
we're turning this up.
And we only see what our inner eye creates for us.
This is media share
This is what
time.
hell is. A world shaped by Senua's nightmares. Maybe that's why people fear seeing the world through her eyes.
Yes, she's scared.
Because if you believe that Senua's reality is twisted, you must accept that yours might be too.
Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice is a video game about Senua, a Celtic warrior on a vision quest into Viking territory. But what sets our hero Senua apart is that she suffers from severe psychotic mental illness.
He knows she's getting closer. He can feel her coming closer. She's getting closer. They're watching.
The original idea for Hellblade was to create a classic hero's journey, a journey of suffering, but one where the fantasy world is not another planet or alternate universe, but a world that is constructed in Senua's mind. But to do so would mean putting psychotic mental illness at the center of the experience, a subject that is still considered taboo, and a challenge that was both terrifying and exciting in equal measure. In Hellblade, the starting point was a newly discovered Celtic goddess called Senuna in Ashwell, Hertfordshire. When first discovered, her name was thought to be Senua, a name which I liked and kept. I wondered if Senua might have been a Celtic warrior like Boudica who stood up to the Romans. While the Romans had conquered all of Europe, there was a group of Celts up in the furthest reaches of the Roman Empire that could not be conquered, the Picts. And so the Romans built a wall, called Hadrian's Wall, that spans across Britain from sea to sea to keep the Pictish barbarians at bay. The Picts were known for their war paint, painted on with woad, and their matted hair clumped with lime. And so Senua would be a barbarian Pict in this image.
What's your name?
Senua,
I haven't seen you before.
I don't live home much.
Oh, Zeno's daughter.
I have to go.
Wait.
Orkney is off the coast of Scotland and was inhabited by the Picts, steeped in history and mystery, and so I made Orkney Senua's home and set the stage for a crisis. In the late 8th century, the first Vikings landed on the Orkney Islands. The population of the Picts crashed
far north
thereafter,
Scotland,
replaced by the Norsemen of the 9th century. Were they
basically
wiped
exactly
out?
opposite where
We
we'll
don't
be.
know for sure, but it would seem likely given the reputation of the Vikings. The Northmen's brutality is legendary. High-ranking leaders and chieftains of the tribes they conquered were often offered as sacrifice to their gods.
I'm sure we
The
can
most
still find
brutal of
something.
these sacrifices was known as the Blood Eagle.
Perfect. Yes, that's right.
I imagine Senua as a young female warrior who returns home from exile to find her partner, Dillian, brutally sacrificed to a Norse god by these hellish warriors from a faraway land. I imagine the horror of this moment and how it would have dragged her deep into mental torment.
No!
Ha!
I came to learn that the Celts had a sophisticated and nuanced perspective on the nature of mental disorder. One term they used was gelt. A gelt is a man or woman who has been driven mad by a curse, battle trauma, or grief. The gelt would take to a life in the woods in search of penance, punishment, and purgation. And so Senua became a gelt, cursed by darkness, looking for redemption in the wilds. Another word the Celts used in reference to mental disorders was druth, meaning fool, or
Liar.
one who utters the words of God. They tell of the mad sinner who flees battle into exile and takes on a beastly nature, growing feathers on his body. The character called Druth in Hellblade is based on a little-known person called Findan, an 8th century Irish Celt who was captured and enslaved by the Vikings, but eventually escaped to Orkney where he became a monk.
I will tell you my stories of hell, if I may walk with you.
Upon meeting Senua, it would be his stories that fuel
some
her
of that
quest
was
deep
actual
into their world of
video.
gods.
The Northmen say the world will come to an end. The sun will grow black, the earth will sink into the sea, the stars will disappear, fire and water will meet, flames will play against the sky, the heavens and earth and all the world will be burned, all the gods will be dead, and the warriors of Valhalla and people everywhere. Senua, prepare yourself for Ragnarok, for it is nigh.
So the stage was set for a new adventure, a journey into the Norse underworld called Hell, a vision quest fueled by madness and myth, a fantasy that was created by Senua's own mind, and one that we would experience through her eyes.
This is your mission. This is your quest. There is nothing else left.
To make a game about a warrior with psychotic mental illness as its central theme was fraught with danger.
Okay.
Mental
Nice.
illness,
I
such
like
as
that.
psychosis, is still taboo and rarely acknowledged in a century of cinema, never mind the new medium of games. Where it does feature, it often conflates psychosis and psychopathy associated with a lack of empathy. It is unfortunate that these two words sound so similar that they are used interchangeably in media. I must admit that I didn't have to look very far to discover my own ignorance of the subject. So we reached out to Paul Fletcher, psychiatrist and professor of health neuroscience at University of Cambridge.
Psychosis is a descriptive term, and it refers to having a loss of contact with objective reality. So it's characterized by two main sets of symptoms. One of them is hallucinations, where somebody experiences perceptions when there is no actual objective thing out there to perceive.
You're already dead.
Who are you?
And the other is delusions, where somebody comes to very often bizarre, unpleasant, frightening beliefs when there's no good evidence in favor of them.
There's no doubt about it. The source of the darkness is in Helheim. And the goddess Hela holds his soul there.
We reached out to Welcome, a biomedical research charity that spends billions on research and awareness programs aimed at improving health.
Mental health hasn't always been presented in the media in a way that is particularly helpful. It can be challenging to engage people with the subject matter, and there are a lot of preconceived ideas about mental health, and particularly schizophrenia and psychosis. So we hope our support allows the team to continue to collaborate with Paul Fletcher and with those who have experience of psychosis to create a game that provides a fresh perspective on the condition and allows audiences to engage with it in a way that just wouldn't be possible in any other medium.
What started out as a brief consultation convinced me that we were only scratching the surface of an immensely deep and interesting subject that could enrich and change the very nature of the game.
That's cool. Thanks so much for coming in. Pleasure. Thanks. It's really interesting for me, and I'd love to be involved. I think it's fascinating. Absolutely.
Our understanding of psychosis is still very much a mystery, and ways of treating it are still primitive compared to physical illness. After all, it is easy to see the pain and suffering caused by physical diseases or physical trauma. It is not so easy to see the mental suffering and trauma of severe mental illness. But what if we could find a way to see it? Games are capable of drawing you in for hours on end, playing the role of a character who is different from you, experiencing their perspective, and actively involving you in a world that functions with a different set of rules.
That voice is not a common voice. That voice calls you to your death. It's an evil voice.
If we were to represent Senua's psychosis, we would have to simulate voice hearing, a common attribute. But how can we simulate something we have no first-hand experience in?
Verisimilitude.
Professor Charles Fernyhope, a leading expert in voice hearing from Durham University, offered his help.
It's very
Hearing
visceral.
voices is an experience that is usually associated with severe mental illness, and crucially we know that hearing voices is a part of ordinary life for many people who don't meet the criteria for mental illness.
Yeah. Oh, that's not him in real life.
We know voices vary according to where they appear in space. Voices can appear far away in the distance, they can appear right there in your ear, they can seem to be coming from inside your head.
Based on the information Professor Fernyhope provided, I put together a sound brief and invited some actors to the studio. We recorded the actors using a binaural microphone, which records the 3D spatial position of sound, replicating the way sound is heard by human ears. It gives you an incredible sense that the person you are listening to is right there beside you.
Can't see how she's going.
Rachel Waddingham from the Voice Collective came to our studio with 2 young voice hearers to speak to our team. We talked at length about their experiences and they listened to our tests, giving us feedback on how we could improve on it.
Everyone hates her. She's cursed.
It's very hard to represent what this experience is like, partly because it's such a personal, intense, emotional experience. It's testament to how Ninja Theory have been listening to what the researchers are saying, but also crucially listening to the experts by experience. What they've come up with is so compelling. It's by far the best representation I've heard of what these experiences are like.
Other common attributes of psychosis are visions and flashbacks. We met with Recovery College East, who work with and care for people recovering from severe mental disorders. A group of service users gave us their first-hand account of what they experience.
Sometimes when the visions or what we're seeing is too much, it becomes more difficult until eventually we perhaps don't see anything.
The people we spoke to, the stories they told, were fascinating, harrowing and mind-boggling. The reality of what people experienced was vivid, far exceeding what I could possibly have imagined. We went away itching to represent some of these visions and flashbacks in the game.
Now my heart is so, love is so far away.
For group things like that, they will often have a mic shared between people. But the binaural audio is a new level that not many people do at all.
I just want to feel deeper, deeper. I just want to feel deeper, deeper.
Things with like a chorus, and chorus I mean in the ancient Greek way, like several people contributing at once. It's usually easier for the actors to work off one another if they're all doing it simultaneously, but it's usually like one mic shared between them. Or each one has a mic individually, but that reduces collaboration.
I could never know how you grow, all these days are killing me. Feel like this, read like this, I just wanna live that song. I just wanna feel deeper, deeper. I just wanna feel.
Right, yeah, it's not exactly a chorus, you're right. But it functionally
to
very
refine
similar.
our work, we continue to hold meetings with Recovery College East over the course of a year and a half,
on people
showing them what we had achieved so far and refining the in-game representations based on their
the same
feedback.
area and coordinated.
With their help, flashbacks, visions and changes in perception were woven into the story and gameplay of Senua.
The students that are involved in this project are incredibly excited about being involved. They have described the experience as being important because it values their lived experience and shows that despite what we have been through, all of that experience becomes valid, that actually it's something that we should all be talking about.
The experiences described range from beautiful to frightening beyond comprehension. I heard of a girl who has to live with an angry voice screaming at her, slamming on her doors and walls 24 hours a day. I met someone who would often see hanging corpses in the room. so real that she would sometimes try to rescue them. The panic and fear that comes with such visions is entirely understandable, and it can be a living horror for some.
Worthless, weak, pathetic. Go on, feel sorry for yourself, because there is no one left to do that for you.
I was urged by one fellow that we should not shy away from showing this horror, and so I was perpetually torn in making Hellblade. Had we gone too far with our representations, or not far enough?
Broken and lost. Just like your soul.
Come on.
In some ways, voice hearing and visions were the low-hanging fruit, so to speak. There's another aspect of psychosis that is much harder to explain, but one that I think video games are uniquely able to represent, which are often called delusions.
People begin to see patterns in the world. They begin to link things that most people wouldn't link. Most of the things that we might think would be coincidence or, not worth commenting on. Nevertheless, that might have a particular salience or importance for them.
One individual described how everyday words, sounds, colours and objects were steeped in meaning to him, forming a strange and sinister puzzle that he was determined to solve but could not quite get to the bottom of.
It's not just brain dysfunction. It's not like the system shut down. It's actually an incredibly creative process. The person creates a world populated with voices and phantasms and terrors, and they're completely immersed in it. They believe in it.
We often invite people into the studio to play the game. In one of our playtests, they played through much of the game, making associations between runes, secret messages, and the threat of darkness that stalked them. There are many things that happen in the world of Hellblade that make perfect sense within the context of Senua's mind.
Yeah,
the
me
dark
too.
rot that's killing her slowly from within, the secret runes of the gods that block her path to Helheim, and strange associations that exist in the game to confuse you. To complete Senua's quest, you have to internalize and accept the logic and meaning behind these things to progress.
This is fascinating.
Afterwards, they said that they didn't see much evidence of mental illness in the game. People with delusions of all sorts would argue the same thing, that they are not aware of their experience being abnormal in any way.
I need this sword. It's important.
Representing perception changes and thinking patterns within Hellblade gives us a set of symptoms common in psychosis. But people with lived experience were keen to emphasize another point, that it is wrong to define a person by their symptoms. Quite often, the illness comes not from the symptoms, but from the stigma, isolation and mistreatment that comes about from the rest of society.
They say that I'm cursed. What if they're right?
I needed someone to portray Senua, someone who could believably internalize her suffering. Melina Jurgens, our video editor, had been a stand-in for Senua over a few months while we perfected our motion capture techniques. Without realizing it, she had already auditioned for the role, and I knew her well enough to know that I didn't have to teach her to act, but to relive her own internal pain. As often is the case, those who have suffered mental anguish are never far from us.
I mean, not by
My hope
coincidence.
is that by creating a compelling and aspirational character in Senua who feels very much real, albeit in a fantasy setting, we can provide a lens into her reality, a different one to yours, and this is where storytelling comes into play. I imagined her life based on common threads in real people's lives. She was always prone to psychosis as a child. Her mother Galina also heard voices and had visions, so perhaps there was a genetic aspect. Or perhaps it was cultural, as she lived within a world without science, of gods and a superstition, as exemplified by her druid father Zimbal. Psychosis developed in her late teens to early 20s and was exasperated by stigma and isolation at the hands of the clansmen and her father.
This darkness. It's spreading.
The trauma of seeing her lover Dillian sacrificed tips her over the edge, making her remodel her reality around a concept that connects everything: the darkness. So the question, is what Senua experiences real? Can only be answered by saying, yes, it is real. It is her reality.
All of her suffering will have been for nothing. It's just a matter of time.
towards the end of the project, service users and professionals that had collaborated with us were invited to see the near-final game. It was a chance to see if the game had reflected their views or if it had misrepresented them.
For me, being involved in especially developing Senua's character has been really important, and being able to bring in my perspective and what I see and what I hear, and having that built into the game has been a real privilege. It's gritty and it's meaty, and there are some tough subjects in there that are being tackled with honesty.
Yeah, pattern matching is an easy way to explore people, I agree.
I was blown away by it today, absolutely blown away. It was just fantastic to get the opportunity to use our lived experience in a very creative way. There's nothing tokenistic about the work we've put in. It feels like we've been listened to, things have been taken on board, and I think there was a lot of realism in the game itself, and it feels very authentic.
Hellblade will give people a good experience of what it's like to hear voices and have those experiences. I'm glad that the guys at Ninja Theory kind of asked us to come along and help them build an experience that's positive when it comes out, and get myself a copy and have a go.
I think all the way through I was really inspired by how the conversations have translated into the game in a way that I think I didn't imagine was possible. So wonderful, really wonderful.
I really hope that others will follow the lead they've set and use the power of something like a video game to change people's perceptions, to increase understanding, and ultimately to make some of the stigma around voice hearing and other experiences go away.
For me, it was really exciting to see something that I explore scientifically being represented so beautifully in a character who's trying to penetrate the mysteries of the environment in which they've been placed, with all of this strange uncertainty and noise and conflicting information that they're getting. I'm very excited by this way of trying to represent mental illness, because I think it actually might be offering us insights that we wouldn't get from pure scientific explorations, and actually giving us quite an empathic view of what it might be like.
Mental illness has been with us for as long as we have been on this planet, but why? Why hasn't evolution stamped out this weakness from within our gene pool? I often pondered this question until I realized that the question had an inbuilt flaw. It assumes that being and thinking differently is a weakness. The only reason we have computers, spacecraft, medicine, poetry, art, and yes, even video games is because individuals are able to simulate new abstract realities in their minds and share them with the rest of us. We need people to be willing to see differently in order for us to progress and survive as society. And we need to be open to these new ways of seeing. And it is this spirit that motivated me to create Senua's story and share it with you.
Well spotted, Saf. That was amazing. Holy shit. Okay, going back up in chat a little bit. Yeah, no, it's very common actually for character model artists to base the character model off of the actual actor. Obviously more so with celebrities. I'm actually a little surprised that Ellie doesn't look much like Ashley Johnson. I didn't see much of the game version of Last of Us. I thought they were supposed to look fairly close, but I could be wrong about that. I don't actually know. Senua never seemed to fully close her mouth. There were a few things a little weird going on with Senua's rigging. The eye muscles were a little bit strange, and the mouth also seemed a little bit strange. And it's easy to pass that off as sort of like a character affectation, and it may have partially been. They may have made that decision to do that with the character. It certainly lent her a more sort of like physically exhausted, raw kind of look, and I think in this case it worked. But it also seemed at least partially like it was Elliot Page, whoever the person. Yeah, so it seemed at least partially like it was modeling and reading difficulties. And motion capture thing is right. So was that an Oculus headset? Yes. So getting to the VR version of this. So originally I was holding off playing this because I wanted to play it in VR, and I didn't know. I mean, honestly, frankly, I could have played it in VR and streamed it, but the extra effort it would have taken seemed like it was not worth it, because the VR version is actually almost exactly like the version that you just saw. You're still controlling the character with like a controller or something, and so I just figured I might as well do it 2D. However, the immersion, the feeling of immersion, and especially with binaural audio, the being able to look around at the environment around you is supposed to be just another level of immersion, even if you don't actually play from the first person of Senua. And honestly, after seeing this, I don't think a VR version shouldn't have you play as the first person of Senua. So much of this game is about watching Senua. Or Senua. Senua, yeah. So much of this game is about watching her experience. It would completely lose something if the player were to be cast in the first person role of the character. Like we need to see that as a third person observer. But I am 100% after this going to go and try the VR version of the game, because after seeing all this, I need to see what that's like. Yeah, holy shit. It's going to be amazing. Oh my god! Oh my god! Hello! Numbskull, Nummy, how are you doing, my friend? Wow, holy shit, what a time to raid! Jesus! How are you? What have you been up to? What have you been doing? What were you streaming? We need to get a shout out for Numbskull here. Oh! I'm behind him! That chair. Holy shit! Oh my god. Let's see. I am still catching up on chat. So, hello Raiders. I am Kit. Good to see you. Welcome in. You caught us at the perfect time. I literally just finished Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice. We just finished the ending. We finished watching the extra video that came with it, the Hellblade feature that you see there. So perfect timing. Oh my god. Let's see. In fact, we can also now. How do I wait? I can pin something. How do I remove a pin? Oh wait, there it is. Unpin. There we are. Just AMD things. Let's see. Okay, now I need to catch up. Let's see. Elliot Page was going to see Naughty Dog. Right. Yes. Okay. Ellie did look like Elliot Page. Okay. Thank you. Okay, good. I'm glad to hear that. We were just having a discussion about voice actors and no, sorry, not voice actors, character actors for mocap and the model in the game. Let's see, they had no part of production, in fact, for making Beyond Two Souls at the time. Okay, right. Let's see. This is made by a really small team. The smallest of the team, part of the reason they base the model on the actor so much. It's also just easier. But yes, probably. Stream after all of what talking, so probably won't be adding much since all I know is really from everything great about Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice on YouTube. Everything great about Hellblade. Look, everything great about Hellblade is Hellblade. Thank you for the 150 bits. Okay, so I'm gonna put that chat on pause and come back down here because let's see, Scotland. Yes, we're going to Scotland in 2 days. Both of us still have to pack. We have a great trip planned, so we're going to see one of Saf's favorite artists performing in Scotland, and we're also going to visit Hela to visit a bunch of distilleries. One of the Saf's favorite artist. Saf's favorite artist. But yes. So we are going to Scotland. We'll be kicking around Glasgow for a while. Just doing the entire Scotland tourist thing, as well as what artists. So Saf, do you wanna take this one, or should I talk about it? You know what? I'm the one with the voice, so I'll just talk about it. I do it. Okay, cool. So the artist is Darren Hayes. Darren Hayes is also known as one half of Savage Garden, but after Savage Garden broke up, he decided to leave Savage Garden. He ended up doing a solo career, and then just kind of faded away for about 10 years. And only in 2022, last year, did he start releasing new stuff after a decade of being completely silent, and then announced a tour. And so the thing about Darren Hayes is that he has not typically toured the US. So like Saf was right. I remember Savage Garden. Everyone remembers Savage Garden. But his solo career is also incredible. And so like he announced tour dates in Australia and in Europe, and so we were like, well, it's actually easier to get to Europe than Australia, so let's go see him. Yeah, he was sick of dealing with the homophobia. The whole thing with Darren Hayes, and Saf, correct me if I'm wrong about any of this, is that he discovered, sadly, after marrying his wife, that he was homosexual, and so that sort of changed his life a lot, as you can imagine it would, like it, as it should, honestly. So yeah, that self-realization came about, and he decided to go for his own career after trying to realign his life in music. And then, exactly as Half says, he saw how things had changed. He was sick of dealing with the homophobia in the music industries, which is why he sort of faded away. But now, 10 years later, he saw how things had changed in the music industry. Right, largely thanks to Lil Nas X. This is actually direct credit that Darren Hayes has given. And he was like, I still have songwriting in me. So he stealth dropped an album in the last year, and now he's touring again for the first time in 10 years. So, yes, we're going to go see him in Glasgow. And also, I've never been to Scotland, so I'm going to enjoy seeing everything Scotch. You know what? I am going to try haggis. I'm making this a thing. I am going to try haggis. Much maligned by the entire world, possibly justifiably, but god damn it, I'm going to try haggis. I've been to see him in the UK twice because we're right, exactly. The Everything Great About series is wonderful. I love both gaming wins and cinema wins. Yes, those are things that Saf absolutely adores. They point out the good parts of games and movies respectively. I also love that Cinema Wins was just born from someone being tired of Cinema Sins being so negative at movies for subjective and silly reasons. And here's the thing, I've never heard of Cinema Sins. I've only heard of Cinema Wins. So, if that tells you anything, screw the negativity, share more positivity. Did we just become best friends? Again? Exactly. Yeah, no, yeah, so I figure if there is anywhere to try haggis, it is in actual Scotland. Also, I hate Cinema Sins. I never stopped being mad. It kept recommending Cinema Sins because I like Cinema Wins. It was like, no, you motherfuckers! Never! All right, scrolling up just to catch up on anything post Sacrifice. Let's see. That's accurate. Okay, fair. Elliot Page, Ashley Johnson. Yes. No part in production. Souls, right. After getting super second critical role, looked at everything they did, doing it now. Support them. Awesome. Okay. Right, okay, and then get rated on. Oh, I thought VR was a semi-third person. Okay, so I have not played the VR version of this game yet, so I don't know for sure. I'm just piecing together stuff that I saw referenced online. So, I am not speaking from voice of experience. You may very well be right, Erebus, that it's semi-third person. I would prefer to be able to see the main character in this, though. I think that is a quintessential. No, not quintessential. That is an essential. That is an absolutely essential part of the experience of this. Okay, and I'm back. Cinema Sins is the actually more famous YouTube channel. It's the opposite of you, except when you slip, you're already human. It just mercilessly tears apart things people like. Oh! Okay. And it's the more famous YouTube channel. I mean, I guess it came first. What? Well, whatever. Fuck them. Sure. Saying like I accidentally clicked on them before and just recoiled the voice negative rudeness that they just say for no reason. Oh! Yeah, okay, just like being negative for the sake of negativity rather than having an actual point. Okay, no, I see that. Okay. No, I absolutely understand that. Okay, so, here is what we're going to do. Hi. How is everyone? they'll literally be like, this Marvel intro is 8 seconds. Sin. Okay, whatever. Half of them that I've seen count sins that aren't even mistakes or wrong and rely on not understanding the thing. Okay, no, that sounds pretty par for the course. Oh yeah, I got a new Steam trading card for this. And is it one I already have? It is not one I already have. Okay. Excellent. That means that I have half the trading cards for this game. I can buy the other half. And this was such a good game. I think I will actually be purchasing them from Steam. Although I could also 3 of the 4 that I have yet to collect happen to be owned by our friend from Wednesday nights who makes the mead, Saf. So I could just ask him if he wants to trade me some trading cards on Steam. I think the latest one that I actually watched was them not understanding the joke or why something was filmed or shot a certain way, so they sinned it. It was so annoyed. Like, do your research. I mean, yes, look, if you are masquerading as some sort of critique, and I'm just guessing that in some fashion Cinema Sins is a manner of critique, although it sounds like it may just be outright negativity for the sake of negativity, yeah, fucking do your research. It's the epitome of not as smart as you think you are, condescending asshole snark for the benefit of gaining social points from others I associate with white boys from my generation. Also, mine. Hello, Seth. And Jackie, you lurking too hard. 2 kit tabs open. Oh my god. Hi. I'm coming to you in stereo. Stereo Doppler. It's the second thing you said. Okay, yes. Everything said about it in here is true. Okay, we have not just a second, but a third motion. Still processing that documentary. Yeah, I know. Culture Flow. Jesus. Right? The documentary for... So, I know Raiders, Jackie, Nummy, Venny, I know you all just came in here at perhaps the most inopportune time to talk about these sorts of things. But Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice is abso-fucking-lutely amazing. The audio work that they did for it is top-notch. It is the best audio engineering I have seen in a video game. And it does not let up. It is a short game. It's about 7.5 hours long. And it like, in terms of bang for the hour, it is the best, the absolute fucking best. Honestly, mine was even worse. Fair. Part of why I was so shocked to fall for you. Well, I guess the charm can outweigh that. Assuming you'd be that kind of negative for your generation, clueless like your demographic, and insufferable like you being a Silicon Valley tech guy who likes VR. That's why I went out with you when I was still traumatized. I was not prepared for you to be amazing, sweet, and wonderful. I am glad that I met or exceeded expectations. I look forward to our next performance review. Okay. But in order to maybe just shake out, do the mental equivalent of this, shake out the wrists, shake out everything, just wow. Also, Smart and Perfect, I met 0 expectations. I said met or exceeded. Supposed to be an annoying asshole. I guess that just means I'm a failure. I'm sorry, Saf. I'll try and do better next time. I don't know what to tell you. Sorry, I was looking for a piece of equipment and then realized it was not there. Who knew he was hot? No, that is not me. That has never been me. That may be me in the future. I don't know. I know that now. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So, let's see what we have here. Anyway, as I was saying, as sort of the mental equivalent of doing this, I'm feeling much better from that credit I gave you. Yes. Are you feeling better, Saf? How are you doing? Also, I know you were thinking about streaming. How are you feeling about that right now, Saf? You're feeling better? Okay, good culture. Yeah, that was a heavy documentary. How's the processing going? Okay. Well, so I just brought up. So, recover from that? Okay. Good. So, I literally just brought up whew, that's loud. Just brought up the emulator so I can play some Breath of the Wild. So we've got that going on here. So yeah, I can just dig around in this a little bit until you are ready to stream, Saf, if you would like to. Otherwise, I'm happy to just play around. Something else. Seriously, the best audio mixing from video game I've ever heard, even from most AAA games. This game was incredible to witness. Yes. Oh my god. I actually was wondering, Culture, how it was to watch on Twitch, especially with my frame reduced, my window reduced to 3/4 the size of the screen and sort of the brightness in the background and everything. And I'm very glad to hear that game was incredible to witness, being streamed as well as playing, because playing it was a fucking experience. And yeah, that end there, you're right, terrifying, just absolutely terrifying. And I'm gonna sound like I'm making fun of Saf here, but I'm not. Just completely visceral. That is the most visceral video game experience I think I've had in a long time, in a long ass time. Sounds great. Wearing Studio Audio Technica headphones. Oh, yes. Then yes, and it was an experience. Okay, yes. If you've got some AT headphones, fuck yeah. No, you were getting every single bit that I was. Sonos speakers did a good job with the sounds too. Good. Okay, I'm very glad to hear that, because I know your Sonos speakers are top notch also, Saf. And I've always been very impressed with them. No one knows about that, so no one thinks you're making fun of me. But now tell them why. It was something early on in our relationship. Saf kept on using the word visceral for things, and not incorrectly or anything. It was just a lot of things were very visceral to her, and that's fine. But then for her birthday, we threw a birthday party over Zoom because it was the pandemic, and all that stuff. Okay, good. One of the things that we did was we had a game very similar to the card game Mao, where people just make up rules. And so one of the rules that I made up was Saf has to drink every time she says the word visceral. And it turns out, she only used that word with me. She did not use that word once in the, 5 hours that the party lasted? And during the party, she did not use it once. And so she was like, wait, Kit, what was your other rule? And I told her, and she was like, oh! But then she was like, okay, so I guess I use that word a lot, so she stopped trying to use it. And that's honestly not at all the direction I wanted her to take. I thought it was an adorable and endearing thing. And so I'm very glad to see that she is using it again, and that's why I was like, this word absolutely 100% fits for this game. Like, there is not a better word for it. But I know that I was going to sound like I was making fun of her for it. Didn't mean to. Just kept second guessing, and when you almost use it, yeah. No, I know it was not intentional. Also, while we're doing this, I'm going to go fetch myself another drink really quickly because, yeah, after that game, I fucking need it. And here we go. Poor little fox. Oh, poor little fox is getting run over. Nope, there we go. Okay. Okay, that kind of synced up with the sound. It was awesome. Okay, well, I will look for that in the VOD and see if that makes better clipping. Alright, what are we doing here? What is this thing? What is this thing? Hello? What's up? What should you play? Zaf, if I'm gonna raid you, yeah, you could play Breath of the Wild, or you could continue on with Tunic, if you feel up to it. May you make a non-serious game suggestion? Yes. You may make a non-serious game suggestion. Absolutely. Definitely should play Couscous Duck. Oh, I see. I see how it is. There we go. Okay, I see. I see. Okay. So we're looking for that. 3, 4, 5. Okay. So that is in 5. I'm obsessed, kind of a problem. You are not the only person I know to be obsessed. It is something I've seen a lot of streamers playing. Hey, Saf. Would you kindly play some Tunic for me? That was so soft. I mean, hey Saf, would you kindly play some Tunic for me? There we go. Soft boy. I mean, yes. Yes, I'm soft. I could be firm, but I'm still soft. Oh no, your tablet was connecting and that's where you do your sound monitoring. Oh no. Well, Saf, you'll just have to go back and watch the VOD. Now, won't you? Also, Jesus, the resolution on this. So I think that's 1. I think that's 1. That looks like 1. Oh my god, yes! Thank you, Venny! Coming through! Oh my god, Venny, the MVP of Twitch clips. Well, I do still need to record a few things for Saf too, so I'll have to get on that and get up right close to the microphone. Oh god, okay. So that's going to be 4, 2, 1. Okay. But yeah, Saf, whenever you're ready, I am happy to switch and raid. And we can drop in on you. You are at the part where I actually had to like legit reduce the difficulty in the game, just because the wave after wave of stuff was. Oh my god, that was rough on me. Hey, hey! Hello, treasure chest. How are you? What are you? Put my starting soon. I'm making a drink and I have my 3-minute ad going to make sure I have 60 minutes with no pre-rolls. Okay. Excellent. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Oh, nice claymore. Okay. My inventory isn't that bad. You know what? I'm gonna... Let's just, let's mark you here. No. Cancel. There we go. Okay. Okay. So... Well... I guess that'll help me get my Knight's Claymore. You know what? I'm just gonna leave it like that. I think I'll like your title. Okay. Well then, let's get healed up here, and we will head over to Saf's and get some tunic. Going from, I guess the theme of the evening is redemption from the land of the dead. Or not redemption, but rejuvenation. Passing through the land of the dead and coming out the other side. There we go. That's what it is. All right. Heal that health up. Wait for your ad to end. Absolutely, Seth. Okay. Although, you know, as a subscriber, I don't see when your ads end, so I guess there is that. But yeah, so absolutely 100%. Keep an eye on your channel. All right, Venny's there. Hello, hello, Venny. Okay. So, let's just get right over here. Oh, you know what? Yes. Yes, okay. I'm going to save right here so we can just start with the Master Sword next time. Okay. Okay. And, I see a Saf now. I see a Saf on Octopath Traveler, it looks like. Okay, so we're saving here. All right, great. Now let's all raid over to Saf. All right, thank you so much, Dummy. Thank you for raiding, Jackie, Venny, Culture, Erebus, Icarus, Saf, of course. Thank you all for joining me here. Galia as well. I know that you were around earlier, but bounced because you wanted to finish the game yourself. It's been a pleasure having you all here, and let's all go say hello to Saf, who is amazing. Yay! Thank you for showing up, Culture. Yes, no, I'm so glad that you enjoyed it too. That was a wonderful game to be able to share. I'm so glad that that I had the company. Yay! Penny, I love seeing you be you as well. You're just you're so amazing. Okay, so I think it would be fun to do a raid message. Don't tell Saf. So there's the raid message. If you are not a subscriber to me or Saf, there is the raid message. Oh, I need to change that. I'm sorry. If you are a subscriber here, and if you are a subscriber to both of us, then you get that message. Do I need to really change that? Okay. So I will see everyone shortly at Saf Stream.